Alright, and we're back with more Crystalis, and this is part 6 of our Let's Play. And if you remember previously, we'd found out that the queen is actually, or did we find out that the queen is the fortune teller? I don't know, but let's go into the palace here. And wow, wait a minute. I was instructed to show you the underground channel when you arrive. Please enter. So, looks like he doesn't bar away anymore. We can go back here, and remember guys, these paths, we can cross them now. So, if you remember in the last episode, we got the sword of water and the ball of water. So we're able to shoot these level 2 water charges, which freeze paths in the river where in these very specific places. So, yeah, let's go across here. And look at that, the throne room of the palace does indeed connect to the fortune teller's room, and let's cross here. Ah, it's the queen.
It's time I told you the truth. The fortune teller is really me. I entered town like this and heard people's problems, but the real me is neither the fortune teller or the queen. I am Asina, one of the 3 great wise men who will aid you. I'll teach you the magic of recover. It can cure you of certain ailments. If you can eliminate the whirlpools in the angry sea, I'll teach you the magic of barrier. You now have recover. So, it was Asina all along. I will always look out for you. Alright. So, her little British voice that we gave her was actually just part of her act, as well as being the queen and the fortune teller. She was not. Whoa. I'm in such pain. Do you have any herbs that would help me?
Well, that looks like a dolphin. And the thing is, we do have antidote herbs and lysis plants. If anything, he'd probably be looking for a medical herb if he's in pain. However, all the top row items are consumable, so we're not going to be able to use those on NPCs. We actually are going to need one of these key items, so we can't help him right now, unfortunately. That's a dolphin, by the way. Alright, so awesome. We actually just got the magic of recover, which is going to be great for us. This spell is basically what's going to cure poison, it's going to cure paralysis, and possibly even stone. So all those items we just bought in our last run, I mean, we're still going to end up using them to save MP, but we pretty much have a spell now that will cure everything that ails us. So we're in good shape. Let's go out and explore those caves. We're down 40 magic points from using the teleport spell, but I'm not going to rest at the inn just yet. Let's just strike out and check out the caves. So, what do we talk about at this point? Let's see. I know I have to unequip that spell to use the boots, pretty much. So let's go into this cave first. Ideally, I'd like to explore both. Ah, shit. So we're poisoned. No big deal. We'll just use one of our antidotes. Yeah, if you remember yesterday, the enemies in these caves were able to paralyze us, so we have to be careful of that. So we're gonna have to switch back to the wind sword here, break this open, and if this cave is like the other one, then the fire sword should pretty much destroy every enemy in our path. Dead end. I'm gonna stick to the spell of refresh and the shield ring. Ah, and there we're poisoned, but it's no big deal. If you guys are not poisoned, but paralyzed. If you guys remember, paralysis just prevents us from using our charges, so we're just gonna have to melee these guys for now. I mean, I could use a lysis plant or our new recover spell, but I'm just gonna deal with it for now until I need to actually break down a wall. And I don't think any of the status ailments in this game ever really wear off, which is... Okay, now we're poisoned. Okay, well that one's a little more annoying, so I'm gonna use an antidote. Fuck! Okay, so I just restalled. Okay, so at this point we're gonna use the recover spell. We have 49 MP. Wow, it costs a whopping 24 MP to use, which probably makes it our most expensive spell yet. So even though it's going to be a great, you know, useful spell, we're going to have to really try to be conservative with it because, you know, we can only use it one more time, provided we don't use any of our other spells. So, chest here. Oh, nope, it's a mimic. But we love mimics because they drop like 500 gold. Alright, so I'm gonna backtrack here just because, okay, these bats can't actually hurt me. They do throw me around though. They only give 1 experience and no gold, so they're not really worth fighting. They're just kind of an annoyance. Let's see here. Yeah, with these caves, I just want to make sure I'm covering all the grounds. Okay, so there's a lot of paths to explore down this way. I'm just gonna backtrack to the earlier area and try to explore this other branch that we didn't take, which was north. So, don't want to get paralyzed. Let's just kill these guys. Alright, yeah, so we didn't explore this path. And it could just be that they're all going to branch off and maybe connect to each other, because that's what this game tends to do in general. But yeah, the dungeons can really be a real maze. Oh, nope. We've got a lysis plant. Okay, so we can cure ourselves of paralysis now. Which is good. Alright, let's go back on our way over here. Yeah. These enemies now have status-inducing projectiles, which... Whoa. Okay, hold on. So we've used the last of our magic power to heal. Oh, man. And now we're paralyzed. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna get out of here without dying, hopefully. I'm gonna warp back to town, rest at the inn, and I'm going to grab some Fruit of Power, because at this point, we're not going to need to spend our money on any status healing herbs or items. I am going to focus on buying items like, well, I don't think you can purchase the magic ring right now, but let's just use the warp boots. I do remember seeing a Fruit of Power somewhere though, so hopefully they sell Fruit of Power here, but probably not. No, just Fruit of Lime. Okay. Trying to think of where they sold Fruit of Power. I think it was at the let's see, let's teleport to Nadare's maybe, or let's try Oak actually. Almost sure I saw it at Oak. So what I want to get is magic MP restorative items, because we're going to be using our magical... Yeah, Fruit of Power, it's 80. Let's grab a couple of those. So I think I bought like 3. Yeah, 3 Fruits of Power and a magic ring. So we're going to want to be keeping our magic power up a lot in this. So let's warp back to Porto, and now we've spent 40 MP just to do that teleportation stuff, so even though it's not very cost effective, I'm gonna go to the inn, just because we're gonna be earning so much money from grinding on enemies that it's not gonna be that big of a deal. So let's go back out, and I don't ever feel like we've wasted time in this game, because, you know, just because we ran into a cave and ended up having to run back out, it's not that we've wasted any time, because, you know, every amount of time that we spend killing enemies and exploring is, you know, it's helping us get some experience points and get some money, and get some items that we'll need to advance. You know, even if we're spending that money, it's still a good investment. So I never really feel bad about backtracking. I don't know how it looks from an LP perspective, you know, if it's something... Ah, you son of a bitch. Alright, well, we've got 2 lysis plants, so I'm gonna use 1. Plus we did explore some of the cave itself, so you know, no big deal. You know, we know which paths. We know not to go north now because there was a chest there that gave us an item that we've already gotten, so we don't have to go north. We can just explore this new path. Oh my god. It's kind of hard to dodge. Alright, I'm not going to use the other lysis plant right now. I'm just going to wait till we get to... Oh, okay. Alright, we leveled up. Nice. I didn't even notice that we were... So, wait. Okay, so the condition of poison still remains. Gonna use the recovery spell. Get rid of that poison. Or we could have probably just gotten paralyzed and then used a lysis plant. That would have probably been smarter because we would have conserved some MP. Right now I'm just all about conserving my magic power. Chest here. Oh, it's a mimic. Alright, well, that's good. I actually welcome the mimics because even though they can poison us and do a ton of damage, the amount of gold that they drop is just completely worth it. So, okay. Man, these bats are really annoying. The knockback they have is really insane. They can't actually damage us, but, you know, their knockback. The fact that they can knock us into enemies that can is really the problem. Alright. So we're definitely doing good on money. These bats just are aggravating. Ideally today I'd like to explore both caves, the one in the south and the one that we're currently exploring. I think I mentioned that already. So there's a path there. Let's not jump into that quite yet, because there might be... Oh man, that's super annoying. There's one here too, so let's go here first. There's... kill that guy. What was he even shooting at? I think the level design in this game is really interesting. You don't see too much like it. Like, this just looped around into nothing, so... I kind of miss, you know, like I mentioned, I think, in an earlier Let's Play video, I kind of miss that, you know, there would be dungeons or mazes or whatever in games that would just lead to dead ends, and you wouldn't get a treasure chest or any kind of reward. You just... That's it. It's just a dead end. You know, nothing to see here, and maybe some players would be wondering if there's actually something hidden that they have to find. And I think part of that wonder, like, you know, it made things a little more interesting. It wasn't like nowadays, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a game with such good level design where you have, like, all these, you know, branching paths, and some might terminate in dead ends, and some might loop back on others, you know? Like... like the art of actually making a maze, I think we've kind of lost in some ways, but at least I haven't played any games that have that stuff. But yeah, like I think one of the things you see a lot now is if you've got branching paths. I mean, games tend to be pretty linear, and if you've got a branching path, the dead ends usually always give you treasure, you know. And what's interesting about these games, or this game in particular, is, you know, you come to a dead end, you don't always get a reward. You just, that's it. It's just a dead end, you know. So I don't know. I can definitely appreciate that. As you can see, I think I've gotten pretty used to switching between the swords, like on the fly. You know, still not as fast as having a button that you can hit. Alright, let me see here. Like I said, I think about the whole paths connecting to each other, I have a feeling that... Let me just... wow. And it's a good thing that I've gotten faster at switching the swords, because there's just so much... Okay, I don't know if... The one problem... Okay, so I'll just have to remember that... Ah, fuck you. Oh, well, we're already on the recover spell, so... I'm gonna be using... Oh, man, really? Come on. The hitboxes on the character and some of these enemies is just, like, not always very forgiving, especially if you're fighting them from the top. Like, I think Lighter's entire sprite is his hitbox, whereas... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, so... I think this is... See, these mazes can be tricky. Very tricky indeed. So I think that this is where we were before, because we blasted this wall down already. I think this is the path that I wanted to explore earlier, and then I backtracked away from. So that just connects there. I don't know if you guys are able to follow all this. I'm having some problems myself with it. I think this is new. I don't think I've been down this path yet. And, you know, I could always double check on a map or something to make sure I'm not missing anything, but I think I've got this one under control. I think Mount Saber's layout was a little trickier than this even. Come on. Oh boy. Now I've got to deal with switching it up once again. Alright. Oh, you son of a bitch. And we can use the lysis plant here. And let's use some refresh while we're at it. And now we're out of MP, but that's okay because... hold on. I'll use a water sword. It'll be okay. I'm not too worried about being out of MP. Because we'll just use one of our fruits of power when we need to restore our MP, but we're not going to need to do that immediately, so, you know, maybe if we get poisoned or our health becomes too low, that's when I'll worry about the MP. You know, or if we need to warp out of here. Well, you can't use the teleport spell from within a cave, I'm pretty sure. That's usually pretty typical of RPGs, is if you're in a dungeon, you can't warp out unless you have a specific item for that. Fog lamp. Alright, so we've got the key item of the fog lamp, and if I remember correctly, the daughter of the person, of the boat guy, wanted this item, so now we've got it. So we basically went in this cave just for that, and that's fine. Let me try to, well, I'm gonna use one of these fruits of power. Let me try to teleport out. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. So, actually, you can teleport out of caves. That's interesting. So let's rest up at the inn. First of all, let's save. And I think we're doing good on time. I think we're gonna have time to explore that other cave today. So let's turn in the fog lamp here. My father went out looking for his fog lamp. If I just give you, nothing happens. Okay. So I guess we need to find her father before we can turn in this fog lamp. So let's go do that. Alright. So I think we're good on items and everything. So I'm guessing the second cave that we haven't explored yet will give us the way forward. So we've got half of that equation right now, so, which is another cool thing, is that, you know, we went through an entire dungeon just to get one piece of the puzzle. Which, you know, I love so many things about this game, like, in its design and just the way they did things was very, like, maybe it's a little too classic for some people's taste now. I don't know. I don't really know. My finger isn't entirely on the beat of what people like these days. Whoa. Shit. Alright, so this is our second cave. But yeah, I always wanted to make a game like this. And I might just do that one of these days. I mean, I draw inspiration from this game and a lot of my other games. If you've seen, the Sword of Legends game, even some parts of Madhouse are similar to this. So this game has just been a massive inspiration to me. But what I'd like is just to make a game that's just like almost like this game in every way. It's just, you know, a top-down action RPG, heavy emphasis on twisting my tongue to say some of these words, but okay, this guy. But yeah, like, you know, using basically the same kind of, like, a lot of the same design philosophies, just not just mechanically, but like kind of like in a sense of like layout, you know, like the level design and the way things work. I don't know, maybe even like imagine this game like rebuilt with the same or similar mechanics, and then you have like these dungeons actually procedurally generated, you know. I know that's a popular thing right now, but I can see why, because it's kind of fun to, like, you know, never explore the same dungeon twice. But at the same time, I do like the, you know, the fact that this dungeon has a very specific, you know, human designed layout, that, you know, there's actually maps out there for. Alright, we got an antidote, nice. Oh, shit. Some of these enemies are getting a little too close for comfort. We're in an area that has 3 different types of enemies at once, and we can never... Son of a bitch. Alright, well, it's okay because we got an antidote. We're just gonna use that. If I sound a little different today, it's because my nose is a little stuffed up again. I think I have just really bad allergies. Or I have like some kind of sinus problem that's never been assessed. Because it's been like this for years. Like, I wake up with like stuffed up runny nose, and I think it's just a dust allergy. It's not like infection or anything. Anyways, why am I talking about this? Yeah. So anyways, yeah, different types of enemies. 3 different types. 2 of them can poison. Actually, there's 4 different types of enemies in these caves. There's the mushrooms, the winged snakes, bastard. These plant-like anemone things, I don't know. Let's recover. Let's switch to the wind sword. Well, wind sword actually works on those guys, but... Alright. The cave has... Whoa! 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 Okay, bug just came out of nowhere and paralyzed me. Alright, you now have Crystalis plant. So, this looks like a key item along the lines of an herb, and I think we all know who that's for. So let's teleport back to Portoa. Rest at the inn. Save the game. And let's head back to that waterway behind the palace. Across the bridge. Through the fortune teller's room. And up here to the wounded dolphin. Yes, we do have an herb that may help you. And how do I use it? Well, it's weird. Do I have to unequip this or something? Because I'm pretty sure... I'm almost positive that this... Okay, that's a little confusing. Let me stop the video for a second and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do, because I was almost positive that I was supposed to use that on him, but it could just be as simple as giving him a medical herb, and that Crystalis plant is actually for something else. So I'll be... Alright, and I'm back. And it turns out that the Crystalis plant is actually something that we don't need till much later in the game, so we didn't even have to go into that cave to get that right now, but we did, so it's not bad, you know, definitely not a bad thing. We'll have it for later when we need it, but the thing is, we don't need it now, and what we do need for the dolphin is as simple as buying a medical herb. Wow, $90 for a medical herb at this shop. Okay. Anyways, that's kind of interesting because, you know, who knew that the solution would be so simple? Because, you know, when I think of an herb that heals somebody, the first thing I think is medical herb, but then I think, well, you know, surely you can't use consumable items on NPCs, right? Well, apparently I'm wrong, so...
Thank you. Because of your kindness, I can now return to the sea. Take this and use it when you wish to travel to the sea.
You now have the shell flute. Well, then what the hell do we need the boat for? So let's use the shell flute. Nothing happens. Alright, so I can't use it here. Well, that sucks. Alright, so maybe we do need the boat to get out to sea, so we can summon the dolphin, so we can get out further to sea? I don't know. Anyways, we've got the shell flute, which is a pretty red color, and it looks like the 2 or 3 other flutes we've found so far, which was something I loved in this game as a kid for some reason. Like, I loved that they would just take the same item sprite and then swap the color palette, so like, you know, it was the same as the other items, but it was different, you know, I don't know, like these rings. I don't know why I like stuff like that. It's a classic game. It's like, you know, easy shortcuts, but yeah. Oh, look.
My father lost his fog lamp and is rather upset. You should come back later.
We're not open right now. Go away. Well, look at what I've got for you, asshole. You don't give up easily. No, because I've got... The owner accepts the fog lamp. You went into the cave to give this to me? You have great courage. Please use my boat as you like. Don't hesitate. Use it freely. Alright.
That fog lamp is very beautiful.
Yeah, so are you. Just kidding. Wait, I can't save? Okay, so now we can use the boat. Let's get on the boat. Hell yeah. I love this music, by the way. This is another great song of the game. I'm on the lookout to watch for Dragonia's attack. Hey, and look at this. That looks like the wise man Kenzu. Be quiet. I lost something and I'm all mixed up. He's not very friendly, is he? Well, whatever. Well, I don't know if this... Man, it's so hard to save the game. And we can't even save the game. Anyways, so let's try using the shell flute here. Hey, hey, look who it is.
Please hop on my back. I'll take you wherever you like.
Look at this. We are riding a dolphin. And come on, guys. Tell me this isn't a fucking awesome game. Pardon my French, but like, I love this game. This is like, just listen to the music and, you know, take in the fact that we're on the back of a dolphin right now. And this is basically, you know, Overworld Volume 3. Let's switch to, I didn't think the water sword would damage him, but anyways, let's try the fire sword. Okay. Ouch. Some baby kraken or something. Okay, we've got a cave here. Oh, look, it's... That music's familiar. Aha! You now have Love Pendant. So by wandering up into this area, I found an item that I wouldn't... Oops. I don't want to get off of that yet. Let's just explore some things. Whoops. So yeah, we can go back to Portoa through the shortcut, which also happens to have the... Wait a minute, Love Pendant. Didn't Kenzu say he lost something? Could this be what he was looking for? Well, let's go check it out. good thing I've played this game several times before. Even though it's been a long time, I still remember a lot of things that, you know. And the sea is a wide open place, as you can see. Please go to Joel and speak to the elder there. Okay, so I can't go in there yet. Go to Joel. Joel! Alright, can't go there. Level up. We are whoa. So it's doing this thing again. That was weird. Alright, not sure why that. Whoa, okay, I'm not sure why it does that. Take care. Okay, this doesn't look like we can go in here. This is just like a shrine or something. Yeah, I don't know what the slowdown's all about, guys. Might just be my hard drive filling up. That's weird though, cause like I don't know if there's like, okay, there's a whirlpool up here. There's waterfalls here. We can't pass. Like, I don't know why hard drive storage would have anything to do with the video slowing down, but, I mean, it's probably not that, but I do notice that, like, if I've recorded a lot of video, could just be, like, some RAM issue, you know, like, RAM cache or whatever is getting filled up and, yeah, I don't know, not getting dumped properly, or maybe Fraps keeps a certain cache of RAM. You know, I don't know. I'm not like super. Okay, so we probably want to go in here, but what the hell? Now that's weird because when I go here, it stops, but when I'm out on the sea, okay, whatever. I just basically want to go back here and see, talk to Kenzu. He lost something. Could it be this? Nothing happens. Alright. I'm probably gonna call the video quits soon because it's doing this weird slowdown thing. And I just know that that usually happens, whatever the case. It seems to happen once I've, like, recorded, like, you know, 40 minutes or so anyways. So anyways, this is Joel Island. The next one to the west is Evil Spirit Island. Okay, so let's explore Joel real quick, and then we'll call it a day, I think. So first things first, let's, well, we don't really need to stay at the inn. You know, we've lost a little bit of health, but we haven't used MP, so we're not going to waste our money there.
Hey, you surprised me. I thought you were a monster.
Oh, thanks. You look good, too. Alright. Clark, who is the elder's brother, has not returned from the next island yet. Oh, are you talking about Evil Spirit Island? Since a woman sorcerer from Dragonia went to the next island, it's been weird. People have disappeared and strange monsters now live there. Oh, okay. So, an evil female sorcerer went to the island. Sorceress would be the correct term, I believe. Medical herb, antidote, fruit of power, alarm flute. Alarm flute? That was an item we used to wake a guy up once. Are you telling me we're gonna need to wake somebody else up now?
I don't want to be a sacrifice. Where's my Uncle Clark? The girl substitute from Porteur is called Messia. I pray for her safety.
I don't know why I default to doing, like, you know, my female voice, which is yeah, and then, like, my other alternative female voice is
I speak with a British accent.
So, nobody else in this game has a British-sounding accent. Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a minute. I'm Ralph, the elder of Joel. So I felt bad that none of the guys were getting a British-sounding accent. So, and sorry to my British viewers if that sounds like shit, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. Someone came from the next island and asked for a girl sacrifice. If we wish to safety our island, one from Porto volunteered though. She's monster prey by now. So, looks like this island town of Joel has a neighboring town where there is an evil sorceress who has turned the village into a place where sacrifice is required. And I think we will get to the bottom of that mystery in the next episode of Let's Play Crystalis. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, if you're lucky. Alright, that's a wrap.